Hello coloring friends. Today I have time to finally show you my new coloring books. I've got 8 new books into my collection, and actually in this year 2023 I've got more books than usually. Last years I've got like 10, maybe 11 books during the year. And in 2023 I've got 24 new coloring books. That's a record, I believe. Of course, if not to count just when I started coloring, then I think the number could be more than that. But after that I became more picky. I don't buy everything I see, so just the books that I really like and really want to have in my collection. And so in 2023 it turned out that I wanted 24 new coloring books. Yeah. So this is the last bunch, 8 new coloring books. Some of these books I believe you have seen already, but there is one book that I think very little people have seen and actually own. But let me start from another hit by Hana Karlzon, Tales from the Atlantis. I believe it would be in English, but I've got a Swedish edition. I decided to try. Everyone praise this publisher, so I thought if I have new book by Hana, let me buy a Swedish edition. I have 2 books by Hana Karlzon, Seasons and Jewelry Books, and those who watch my channel regularly, they know that I don't color that often in those books. I like illustrations, but somehow I don't feel like coloring in those books. Maybe not exactly my theme. A lot of bottles, crystals, I don't know. And I thought I would never buy another book by Hana Karlzon. Not saying that I would love her new book, but that's what happened. When I watched a flip through of this book, Atlantis, I felt like, yeah, I really want this book. I fall in love with it. Maybe because its theme, sea creatures, mermaids, I don't know. Not a lot of bottles in this book or crystals. I love the variety of fish in this book. I will show you. We'll have just a quick flip through. I love seahorses. Her interpretation. And some illustration. Yeah, we can see some crystals. Hana style. Some illustrations, they look simple, but still so pretty, so lovely. And the girls, I love them here. Their hair decorations in sea theme. Another fish. Some crystals here, but not that many in this book. Again, different fish. Not that I'm a big fan of colored fish, but I don't know, they caught my attention in this book. Some mermaids. This illustration, we have something similar in one of her other books I've seen. Another seahorse. Some more cute fish. These are 2 illustrations that I like less in this book. a lot of fish again, very different, even wearing a crown. Love these portraits. I believe he's a guy and she's a girl. These seahorses I like. Crab. This one I like. This interesting fish and the girl. So this book I already feel like coloring in it. Not like you look at pictures and then you put the book aside and that's it. This one I do feel like coloring. Another crown. We had challenge recently for coloring crowns. So the next book, Futuristic Waltz by Josh Carrington. It's a rather old book, 2017, and I've seen it on different channels, different people coloring it, and I kind of wanted it, but always kept forgetting about it. But this time I decided I wanted, but I didn't find it on Amazon, and then had to go to the publisher's site, and they had like promotion, buy 3 books and you get some discount. So I ordered 2 more books that I will show you. But first of all, this one. I like this theme, future, or this is maybe aliens or maybe people looking like this. And it's kind of like a story through the book. Different characters. You can use any colors here. Like this one. And this is by Creative Heaven. So the paper is rather good. One-sided illustrations. We can use markers. So I can't wait to start coloring in this book. Just need time for this. A lot of illustrations. And I know I will enjoy coloring this book. So, and the second book that I ordered from their site, my first and only book by Teresa Goodridge. Everyone, I believe, more or almost everyone have her books, at least several, but I didn't know exactly my theme, what I like to color, but this one, Little Mermaid Friends, I really like. Maybe it's like children's books, I don't know, but illustrations don't look childish. They're very pretty, interesting stories. So I think if I'm going to have Teresa Goodridge book, it's going to be this one. And again, as you can see, sea theme, mermaids, sea creatures, fish. And very cute book. Look at her. The only minus is that these are double page illustrations, so I can't use markers if I want. And the second book that I ordered, actually the third book, Medieval Tapestries by Martin Noble. I love medieval illustrations, and so I thought it would be nice to add this book into my collection. These are original tapestries, I believe. There's some descriptions. We can find them on the net, I believe, and color is the original, or maybe just ignore the originals and color in our own way. So the next book, I was in doubt whether to order it or not, because it's illustrations by Karron, and I have one coloring book by her, and I have some illustrations in PDF from Etsy, so some illustrations from this book I already have, so I was not sure. But then this is such a nice edition, very thick book, nice paper, so I really wanted to have all her illustrations like one book, so I couldn't resist it. Most illustrations I don't have, but maybe one third I do. But of course here we have nice paper and grayscale. When I print on my printer, they turn out more dark. I like it that it's more light grayscale in this book, and it's really nice to have such a nice edition with such beautiful illustrations. And I'm eager to try this book because everyone praised this publisher. Who is it? Blue Angel. So next book actually is Coloring Heaven collection issue. Wonderful Wizard of Oz, illustrations by Fabiana Trere. I have several books by Fabiana Trere, so it seems I like her style. And of course Wizard of Oz, it was interesting to see her version of characters. Some characters you can color like just portraits, like these girls here, are very beautiful. But some, of course, like a story of Wizard of Oz, I like the main characters from the story. This Monkey King, I love this picture. Look at his jewelry, like a king, yeah. Then the witch, I like her character here. And this one. All the main characters look very handsome guys. The only thing is that more recent issues by Coloring Heaven, I believe they changed their paper yet again. It seems thinner than before, and this is very nice picture. Before, like Polychromos and Dorant Lightfast, they were perfect on their paper, and now I noticed in their latest issues it's not like this. Pencils are not that good, so I'm not sure about this one. It seems like again different paper, very thin. But illustrations, look at this Tin Man, very pretty. Very colorful witch. not colorful, how to say it, that catches your attention. So next book is of different type, not exactly my genre. Dark Art by Teresa Goodridge. Supernatural is his latest book. I was thinking about buying the previous book, Gothica, but then at the end I didn't buy it. And then I saw a flip through, I believe on Doodle Robot channel, and I really like this one, Supernatural. It's like more variety of illustrations, characters in this book, and I believe this is my second book of in horror style. The first one is by Alan Robert, Beauty of Horror, the very first part, and so I thought it would be nice to have a different artist in same genre. This artist, Teresa Goodridge, he has published several books, and he's quite known, I believe. But most people, they color this type of illustrations during Halloween, for Halloween. But I think if you feel like coloring something creepy at any time, why not? And so I just wanted this author in my collection, this illustrator. A lot of different illustrations, good publisher, Loom Art, and one-sided pictures again. Look at this. Yeah, some pictures are really interesting. Some illustrations you have to look carefully because you can't understand what's going on straight away, and that's what I like. Look at this King Kong or whoever he is. Some sea creatures. Yeah, very interesting illustrator. So I'm happy to have a book by this artist into my collection. And finally, the last book that I haven't seen any flip throughs, I haven't seen somebody coloring this illustrator artist. It's by Meta, I'm not how to pronounce correctly, Hepfner. She's from Canada, and when I ordered this book, she had an Etsy shop, but when I checked the last time, she closed it. So I'm not sure where you can find her now. Except this book, she also had a book dedicated to zodiac signs, but it was out of stock very quickly, and I didn't buy it. But the second one, this is Celtic 3, also very beautiful, 14 illustrations. These like cover illustrations repeats 3 times, like this more thick paper cover, then another cover on the paper that all other illustrations are printed, and it is on its own without writing a third time. A very detailed illustrations, and they are very beautiful on its own without coloring, and each illustration you can look at it and at all these details for a long time to see all the beauty. It's like different trees and some interpretation, very interesting and creative. Look at this girl with dragon, and we have dragon, no dragon, this is some bird tattoo and a lot of details around. I would love to color at least some of her illustrations, though I have no idea at the moment how to do it because it's so beautiful. And yeah, I think I should start with the cover illustration because we have 3 of them. Look at this. How cool is that? So even without coloring, I enjoyed these pictures. This is birch. Look at all these animals around. Mandalas and peacock here. Hazel. Look at this mandala type, like fish. A lot of going on each of her illustrations. It will take ages to finish at least one. Again, look at all these animals: dragon, lion, unicorn. Even her body. There's some writings on some illustrations. I haven't read those yet. It took really long for me to get this book. Ages. And because of its format, it was difficult to post, I believe. So I'm happy to finally get it. This is the cover illustration. And the last one. So these are my new books. I'm very pleased with all of them, and actually I'm pleased with all 24 books that I've got during this year. Sadly, I haven't started them all yet, and of course not a single one from these 8 new books, but hopefully I will, because I'm very excited about these books. And I've got some new art materials as well, but I think I will film another video because I've got some acrylics and I wanted to do swatches and to show you how it looks actually on paper, not just in tubes, and some other stuff as well. So that's for another video, and that was all for today. See you next time. Bye.